Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified Developer Associate. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on Certified Developer Associate is: what is AWS IAM policy? Your answer should be: an IAM policy is a document that defines permissions for actions in AWS. It consists of a set of rules that specify the actions allowed or denied for different AWS resources and can be attached to IAM identities or AWS resources. Our next interview question is: how can you automate deployments in AWS? Your answer should be: deployments in AWS can be automated using services like AWS Code Deploy, which automates code deployments to EC2 instances, Lambda functions, and ECS clusters. Additionally, AWS Code Pipeline can be used for continuous integration and continuous delivery CI/CD pipelines to automate the build, test, and deploy phases of applications. Our next interview question is: what is an AWS S3 lifecycle policy? Your answer should be: an S3 lifecycle policy is a set of rules that define actions to be taken on objects in an S3 bucket over time. It allows you to automate the transition of objects between different storage classes or expire objects after a specific time period. Our next interview question is: explain the difference between Amazon S3 and Amazon EBS. Your answer should be: Amazon S3 is an object storage service used for storing and retrieving large amounts of data, while Amazon EBS Elastic Block Store is a block storage service used for persistent storage volumes attached to EC2 instances. Our next interview question is: what is AWS CloudFormation Stack? Your answer should be: an AWS CloudFormation Stack is a collection of AWS resources that are created and managed as a single unit. It is defined by a CloudFormation template and can include resources like EC2 instances, S3 buckets, DynamoDB tables, and more. Our next interview question is: how can you enable encryption for data at rest in Amazon S3? Your answer should be: encryption for data at rest in Amazon S3 can be enabled by using server-side encryption, which includes options like SSE S3, that is S3 managed keys, SSE KMS, that is AWS Key Management Service, or SSEC, that is Customer Provided Keys. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Elasticase? Your answer should be: AWS Elasticase is a fully managed in-memory caching service provided by AWS, supporting popular caching engines like Redis and Memcached. It helps improve the performance and scalability of applications by caching frequently accessed data. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of AWS Lambda function versioning. Your answer should be: AWS Lambda function versioning allows you to publish multiple versions of a Lambda function. Each version is identified by a unique Amazon resource name ARN and can be associated with aliases, allowing you to control which version of the function is invoked by clients. If you are preparing for any AWS-based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.